Luke, back to winning ways. You must be delighted to head into the last away game of the season off the back of 3 points.
Yeah, listen, it was backs to the walls at times. Even when you started the game, you look at the two changes in Danny Woodars and Dave Stevens, forced because obviously KP and Femi from the weekend weren't fit. So, yeah, I felt that them boys were excellent. The finishing on the night was superb. Tyrone Marsh's goal, Kane's goal, and Corey's goal was worthy of winning any match. And to get all three in one fixture was, immense. So, yeah, happy that we've gone on the road. I think we've got the 6th best away record now in the division. If we win on Saturday, I think we can leapfrog up to 3rd, 4th spot. So our away record, as it has been all year, been very good. So, yeah, pleased to sort of finish the week now. We've got 3 points against Weymouth going into the Eastleigh game, slightly more confident.
And only that, one away game left now. You've got to go up or down to Eastleigh. My geography's not great, but there's a long trek to Weymouth. I can imagine the boys are quite tired heading into the last 2 games now.
Yeah, listen, we got back, I think, on site here at 2 a.m. in the morning. There was obviously roadworks and diversions, which it's across the country. So everyone's going to get caught in them, being in the National League. So they all had the day off on Wednesday. We regrouped yesterday, done a split session. There was a 2nd day recovery for the ones that played. And then in fairness, we had the luxury of training on the pitch today, which give everyone a lift. So there was a good energy, a good focus in today's sort of set plays and the patterns we're looking to try and replicate tomorrow. So yeah, there's no excuses on our part. They've travelled down to Weymouth. They've recuperated in many ways in terms of having a day off Wednesday, having a 2nd day recovery yesterday in training. So yeah, no excuses. We'll be fit and firing. We've got 3 back now in for the squad on Saturday, which I can imagine will allow me to make 2 or 3 changes, which will again freshen up the team or the starting 11 for sure. And yeah, it's another test for us. They are currently, I think, 9th in the division, got an opportunity of getting into the playoffs, and we go there trying to ruin their party.
So it's Tom Champion back, KP back, and Femi Alassane back. So what impact will they make against Eastleigh, who are, like you say, trying to get into the playoffs? A good team.
Yeah, they're a good side. Watched them closely against Barnet. They played Torquay, and obviously recently against Aldershot on Tuesday. Changed it quite a lot in terms of Smart's gone in, Hill's gone in, House has gone back in, Tomlinson's gone back in, Partington, who got injured in the Torquay game, plays against Aldershot on Tuesday night. So yeah, they're a good outfit. They're strong on set plays, balls into the box. Their second phase is very good. And to have the likes of Femi, KP and Cham, it will aid us in both boxes. So we need to ensure that we're big and strong in our 18-yard box and effective in theirs. But in between that, we need to get our game going. We need to be on the front foot. We've got to go and exploit areas where we feel we can hurt them. And that's something we worked on today on the first team pitch. And yeah, we go there for the confidence. In my opinion, we should be sitting on 4 wins from 4. Should have beaten Wrexham, should have seen them off. That'd be a nice positive end to the season. Spoke to you on Monday with regards to getting 3 wins from our last 3 games. We've ticked off 1. We've got Eastleigh tomorrow and obviously Maidenhead on the following Saturday. We want to leave the Silver Lake on Saturday with 3 points. And that's, again, continuing the momentum, working with a group that we've already got, progressing as a group, as a team off the field as much as anything, and yeah, finish the season as strong as possible.
Can you take inspiration from your opponents, from Ben Streven's side? It's been a really good season for them.
He's done fantastic, done an unbelievable job. Yeah, what was he in the playoffs the year before last? Won against Wrexham, unfortunate to not beat Salford in the penalties. Would he say his side's probably better then? I'm not sure. He's got young, vibrant players in Hill, in House, in Smart, in Tomlinson. Then you add that to the experience of Partington, Boyce, Winter, Payne, Hollands, Barnet. They're a good blend, real good blend. They can do both sides. They can play out. They play a 3-5-2. They can play through. They can play back up to Barnet. It's going to be a good test. But like I said to the group, I don't want to fizzle out this year. I want a team that are fighting for something, and Eastleigh are, and they're looking to get into the playoffs. That will be their first crowd, I believe. I think Aldershot away. So yeah, it will be a first crowd at Silver Lake. So they'll be right up for it. They'll be getting behind their boys, and it's for us to turn the crowd on them in our favour. And like I said, it's a tough job being a manager in the National League. It's relentless. This year's been unforgiving. It's Saturday, Tuesdays for all the management teams, the chairmen, the players, all the staff involved at football clubs. And they can get a reward come, not so much Saturday, probably the following Saturday, with regards to getting into the playoffs. And I want to be involved in them games, be in the Eastleigh to try and get in the playoffs. Unfortunately for this year, that isn't the case. But like I said, I'm going there fully focused to go and get 3 points. And yeah, to dent their playoff hopes, because I need to ensure that, yeah, we're continuing our National League season and we're being as professional as we can be as an outfit, and we're not just turning up and rolling over and getting tickled.
Well, after that game on Tuesday night against Weymouth, you touched on that dreaded 2-0 hoodoo and you overcame it. So how important was it to overcome that invisible hurdle?
Yeah, hugely. Like I can name, like I said on Monday, 6-7 games where we've had a 2-0 lead with 15 minutes on the clock. And I've done the stats. I've got all the stats of when we scored the goals in the time frames, the 0 to 15s, 15 to 30, so on and so forth, where we've conceded, corners, direct free kicks, penalties, free kicks, and you can sort of highlight areas that need improving. That's why we are trying to get better at set pieces, for and against. Again, on Tuesday evening, another set piece goes against us, central ball into the box, and we need to be right on it. We spent half hour, 40 minutes on it today in identifying individual jobs, identifying areas they exploit, identifying for us to exploit what they do on their corners and what we need to improve on. But that 2-0 voodoo, yeah, it was tough on Tuesday. It was, because when you go 2-1, I felt it. I felt not again. So if I'm feeling that, I definitely know what the players are feeling. So to go and get the third goal was pleasing. To get over that hurdle, as you suggested, was pleasing. But yeah, maybe too little, too late.
I know you thoroughly enjoyed having the fans back for that game at Weymouth, but did the group, have you spoken to the players about what it was like having the fans back in the stadium?
Yeah, touched on it with Ash, being Ashmore, Nathan Ashmore, touched on it with Kane Smith, getting abuse. But like friendly banter. I'm not saying Weymouth are aggressive or being bullying. No, friendly banter, as you would do as an opposition fan. We're looking forward to having ours in on the Saturday. I've watched a lot of the playoff games in the League Ones, League Twos, and the Championships, and it seems like there's a coming together with the fans that no matter what, high or low, they're getting behind the players, which I think has been brilliant. I saw that again in the Barnsley game.
Barnsley, yeah.
Yeah, it was really evident, really evident that no matter what, going for you or against you, there was a rapport and there was an understanding that they needed confidence. So that's something I'll probably ask our fans to do. If it ain't going right for us, get behind us. Don't go quiet, because I felt that we quietened the Weymouth group, being the fans on Tuesday evening. The sucker punch of a goal from Tyrone Marsh, then in the second following quite quickly after, we null and voided them. So yeah, I felt that it can go for and against. This is my point. It's going for and against you being a fan base, especially at home. We want them to just be continually honest. And I liken that to when we played Barnet away, not this year, last year. And we went 1-0 down from a Callum Reynolds sidewinder and they didn't stop cheering. We then flipped it and went 1-0, then went 2-1. Obviously, they went and got an equaliser. But it shows if they have the confidence and get behind the group, there will be reaction. So boys got bantered. I got bantered a little bit by the fans, as you do. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. It just made for an occasion as opposed to hearing the players. I know it's great for learning aspects, but not when you want to get involved in football. You want to hear fans abuse you and get behind opposition teams and yourself, so on and so forth. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the fans being there.
Yeah, it's that slice of normality that we all miss. And 3 wins from your last 4 now, Luke, and a win tomorrow. And there should be no fans, as you say, ready to lynch your neck when they return to Meadow Park.
You're good, you know that. I like you, Noah. You're good. Listen,
I like you too.
There'll be people in the fans that think that we haven't done a good enough job. I ain't a good enough manager. I don't deserve the post. I get that. That's what people's opinions are based on. In terms of if we beat Eastleigh, yeah, we have won 4 out of our last 5. You could say you're papering over the cracks, Luke. Why? Because we drew however many games beforehand. The fact of the matter is we set ourselves a target, we failed, we've fallen short. That's disappointing to me because these games I want to be involved in. I love being involved in the playoff games, the gearing up, the lead-in, the excitement, the community, and especially now, it would have been perfect, wouldn't it? Not having fans and then not to have the moment against Halifax with Matt Reed's header, to not have the moment with the South End, and then to then have them in the building, say, for a Maidenhead, knowing you're sitting 5th or 6th in the National League to go into the playoffs with a potential home tie, it would have been good. But unfortunately, the football fairy tale, it has to wait until another year. But there's parts of this season, and I've said to you before, Noah, there's parts of this season that have been positive. We created history and got into the 3rd round proper. We didn't have the luxury of having fans in that. That's another kick in the proverbial. But we sold a youngster through our academy and one of our own to Huddersfield. So there's some bits that I'm pleased with. I've learned loads, as I do every year. I've learned loads about myself, the staff, the players, what we need to improve on, what went well and what we'll keep with. So yeah, every year, I say to my little boy every day when I send him off to school, every day is a learning day. So make sure you learn. And I'm most definitely learning.